Welcome to day number 5 of the Halloween movie review series. Today I am going to be reviewing Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers. I'm just going to get right into this one. So this movie came out on October 13th, 1989, literally about a year after Halloween 4 came out. And it was directed by I have no clue how to say this guy's name. Dominic Othnin Gerard. I have no clue if that's how you say that. It was produced by Rick Nathanson and Ramsey Thomas. It was written by Michael Jacobs and also Dominic Gerard and Shem Bitterman. And it's obviously based on the movie by Jonathan Carpenter and Deborah Hill, but they don't make these movies anymore since they sold the rights to them to make this movie. And this movie had a $3 million budget, so that's I think the most it's actually had ever. And you can totally see like the budget keeps going up and up every year. And I'm gonna be honest, I still thought the movie was decent, but I didn't think that the movie. I expected the movie to be something completely different, and I expected it to be better. And after doing some research, I found out that originally what was supposed to happen in this movie was Jamie. Obviously, because this is leading off the last movie, Jamie had murdered her foster mom, and after everything that happened, and she pretty much went into that state just like Michael Myers does. Well, originally the writers wanted to have that part of the script. That the original story was supposed to be that either Jamie was going to be the killer, or she was going to be aligned with Michael Myers as like his sidekick, or what was going to happen is both of them were going to be the killers, and then they were both going to have to face off with each other because Jamie was going to be the only one that could stop them. It was going to be something along those lines. However, it was cut. I don't remember exactly who cut it. But I am going to look it up. I'm gonna read what it says like word for word when it comes to like when it was writing. It says originally Rachel was supposed to be killed by. Oh, no, hold on, I went too far. The first draft of the script was written by Shem Bitterman. Bitterman's idea was that Jamie Lloyd would become evil after stabbing her stepmother, while the Shape was after her, the Shape being Michael Myers. The idea was rejected by the studio and Akid, who brought in Michael Jacobs to write the script. After reviewing the script, director Dominic Othen Gerard edited it to credit new scenes for more violence. Veteran actor Donald Pleasance had disagreements with Akid and Othen Gerard, citing that Jamie should have portrayed as an evil after stabbing her stepmother. Akid disagreed, thinking that the fans would want to see more of the Shape. In an interview, Danielle Harris explained that she thought, which Danielle Harris plays Jamie in this movie, was she thought of the idea. Harris said, this is a quote by her, "The way Halloween 4 ended, I thought I was going to be the killer. I thought it would have been fun to come back as the killer or Michael's sidekick. Scary but fun." So then it was nixed. It didn't happen. And I was very disappointed when it didn't happen because while it was still fine from what we got, it really didn't make any sense that it didn't happen. That pretty much Jamie didn't act like there was things about her that were kind of crazy, but it didn't really make any sense that it did. they pretty much just like completely went away from that situation. She murders her stepmom, but yet she kind of acts normal. And then later on in the movie, she goes back to fully normal. That was just stupid. I think that's kind of what makes me kind of not like this movie as much, because I didn't really think this was a very good follow-up with Jamie's side of things from the fourth movie. But let me just start diving right in and saying what happened in this movie. So it opens right up with the ending scene. Well, not the ending scene, but the scene where Michael Myers dies in the fourth one, where everybody shoots at him from all the state police, and then they try to throw dynamite in there, and it's going to explode, and Michael Myers is just going to blow up. But he ends up avoiding it, and he goes into the river. The current takes him, and then we see an old hermit. And he just has like a shack just out by this river. Michael Myers tries to go in there and kill him, but he's so weak from getting shot at and being taken by the river that he just collapses, and he goes into a coma. Originally, when I read this was actually supposed to be a younger guy, and he did like research reviving people, so they decided to cut that as well, which that would have been so much better. And then it cuts into the next year of Halloween. I think it was like Halloween Eve. And Michael Myers pops out of his coma, puts his mask back on, and kills the hermit. And then I forget how he does it, but I remember he does. And then Jamie starts to have starts having a reaction. She starts having nightmares. She's having flashbacks of killing her foster mom. So the doctors want to try to put her under oxygen. Dr. Loomis tries to stop them, saying that she might be saying that there's something else more at play. Then later on, it cuts to the actual movie. It cuts to the next day, and we see Rachel and her friend Tina, who I don't know if it must be a new friend or something, because we didn't see her in the last movie. And then Rachel and Tina bought Jamie a princess outfit, and Jamie doesn't speak now. She can't. It's pretty much, she does a lot of sign language, but she kind of speaks, but doesn't really fully come out. Kind of like Michael Myers, but she actually tries to communicate instead of versus Michael Myers, who tries to kill you all the time. So then Rachel's supposed to go away with her parents up north, because they want her to not focus as much on Jamie. And then all the kids want Jamie to be dead, just because she's the niece of Michael Myers, and she's also what else? She also murdered her stepmom. So Rachel's gonna go away for a few days, but Rachel doesn't want to, so Tina says, well, you don't have to keep your promise. So they're just gonna stay there the whole weekend, and they're gonna go to a Halloween party. Rachel, the next day, later on in the day, she was walking her dog Max. We see Michael Myers is watching her from the bushes. Max is barking at him, and Rachel doesn't make a connection that this could possibly be Michael Myers, which is kind of weird. You would think that would happen, but I guess not. They didn't really follow up. Like, Rachel all of a sudden too was all normal. Like, she acted nuts. But yet in this movie, she pretty much kind of rubbed off the fact that a lot of her best friends are murdered and stuff, and she kind of rubbed it off. That didn't really make any sense. But anyhow, I'm gonna continue, because at least with Laura Flynn didn't complete. Well, I mean, she really she kind of wasn't normal anyways, but you get what I'm trying to say. So yeah, Rachel's getting dressed, and we see Michael Myers just stalking her throughout the house. Michael Myers tries to kill her because Max keeps barking repeatedly, and she just thinks Max is just barking at someone. And Jamie, this happens throughout the movie. This happened earlier in the movie. has like some sort of telepathic connection towards Michael Myers. She can sense when he's about to kill someone. It was actually pretty cool. So she knows that Rachel's in danger. So Dr. Loomis tries to call her to warn her, but Michael Myers isn't there, and Max actually escapes. He took off because Michael Myers opened the door so that way he could get in. They call the cops. They don't see anybody in there. Max just runs back with like a squirrel in his mouth, and then she ties Max up outside, and Rachel continues to get ready for her concert, and then she starts walking around the house because she thinks she hears something suspicious. Michael Myers pops up behind her. No, actually, she finds Jamie's picture all smashed. Michael Myers pops up behind her and stabs her in the shoulder with scissors and kills her. And I just read this as well. She was actually supposed to be stabbed with the throat, but Ellie Cornell didn't want to go for that, so she just got stabbed in the shoulder. Which kind of sucked. Which I guess was whatever. Then what happens next? Dr. Loomis realizes that Jamie's somehow able to find out that Michael Myers, where Michael Myers' whereabouts are. So he wants her to tell him where she is, but she refuses. And Dr. Loomis is upset. Tina comes back later on in the day, and we see no sight of Rachel's dead body or Michael Myers. She's looking all over for Rachel, and she just assumes that she goes up with her parents away, so she walks off. She meets up with her boyfriend, who coincidentally his name was Michael. I think that's kind of a tie-in throughout this movie, and he's pretty much the typical 90s. I've got the leather jacket, badass, the bad boy boyfriend, and she meets up with her friend Sam, and then they go meet up with her boyfriend Spitz, and he plays Halloween pranks on people. And they're all talking about this Halloween party they're gonna go to. They're all underage, so they're all going to get alcohol and stuff. Michael is just an absolute bad boy. He doesn't care about anything. He doesn't take any shit from anybody. He just got his car waxed, so he doesn't want anybody touching it. Then Michael Myers pops up when he's getting the case of beer. He takes a short rake and scratches the back of his car, and this pisses him off. So then he goes out to attack Michael Myers. Michael Myers kills him with right in the face with the short rake and murders this guy, which I thought was a good scene. And then also earlier in the movie, Jamie had spotted Michael Myers, and she thinks that he's chasing him, but it ends up just being the janitor down there. So then she gets taken back to her room. Dr. Loomis wants Jamie to tell Michael Myers where she is, and he wants her to know. He wants to know why she's protected him. Dr. Loomis is trying to prevent another Halloween situation from happening. He tries to warn Sheriff Meekett about it, and Meekett doesn't want to just jump into anything. Just because a little girl twitches. He reminds him of all the deaths that happened. Then they get called to the cemetery, where he found out that Michael Myers has dug out like a 9-year-old's coffin, obviously meaning that he's planning to kill Jamie. Then Dr. Loomis goes to Michael Myers' house, and he's not there. He tries to go there to kill him. He finds a dead possum, and throughout this movie, early portions of it, we see this mysterious man, or the mysterious person, dressed up in a cloak, and he's dressed in all, and this person's dressed in all black, and we're supposed to think that we were supposed to have thought that it was Michael Myers, but there's more on that later. When I saw this, I figured out kind of that it wasn't Michael Myers, so then I'm like, maybe this is Rachel. I know Michael Myers had killed her, but they normally show the fact that she was dead. So maybe I want to assume that Michael Myers didn't kill her. But yeah, so it wasn't Rachel either. Then Tina's getting ready for the Halloween party, and it's nighttime. Michael comes to pick her up. coincidentally, it was actually Michael Myers dressed up in Michael's Halloween costume. So that's why the tie-in was where we found out that his name actually was Michael. Because it actually worked for this scene, because she goes in the car thinking that this is her boyfriend Michael, and obviously she keeps trying to talk to him. He doesn't respond because it's Michael Myers, but she thinks he's mad at him. He's mad at her. So then he sends her into the gas station, and he drives the car really fast, and acts like a huge asshole. And I thought that was a pretty good scene, actually. And then and this is how we knew pretty much at this point that the mystery person wasn't Michael Myers, because the mystery person is watching this from afar when Michael Myers is in the car. Then they're doing a costume show, and Jamie starts to sense that Tina's in trouble, and she tells everybody about it. She's starting to be able to speak a little bit, and she reveals that she's at the gas station. So the police station go to the gas station. Michael Myers puts his actual mask back on and is about to kill her, but before he can, the police show up, and Michael Myers takes off before the police find him. And Tina thinks at first that she's in trouble, but then she realizes it had something to do with Jamie. Then she gets back to the because Jamie has been in a psychiatric hospital, so she gets back at the hospital, and Jamie finally speaks to her. She says Tina, and it was actually a pretty cool moment. And Tina's still gonna go to the Halloween party anyways. Jamie tries to warn her not to, because Michael Myers is gonna kill her. So Tina doesn't believe her. She goes off on Dr. Loomis for putting all that boogeyman stuff in here, but Dr. Loomis tries to warn her that she's in danger, but she won't listen. I didn't really think Tina's acting was very good here. And Dr. Loomis has a couple of deputy cops watch over Tina to make sure nothing happens to her. So they go to the party. Tina, Sam, and Spitz play a prank where Spitz pretends to be Michael Myers, and he's like he's gonna kill Tina, but it's obviously a Halloween prank. The deputy police weren't happy about this. We see the real Michael Myers pop up, and then they go in the barn because they see a kitten. Then they go in the barn and they see a bunch of kittens, and Tina's like, wait a minute, what am I doing? I don't even like kittens. And throughout this scene, they do some tease things where Michael Myers is actually gonna pop up, but it's actually Spitz. He scares Tina at one point, and then he pops up and has a knife and acts like he's gonna stab Sam, but it's actually fake. And like, I didn't really care much for this. I didn't mind the idea, but it was getting to the point where I'm like, okay, Michael, just kill these people already, because it was just dragging on and on and on. Then Sam and Spitz try to have sex, but then Michael pops up behind him and stabs Spitz with a pitchfork, and this freaks out Sam, and Sam tries to fight back with a pitchfork, but then Michael Myers kills her with a garden scythe. And we had found out that this was actually, she was supposed to chop her head off, but they changed that as well. You can see that this movie went through a lot of changes, and this movie could have been great, but it felt like that the writers and the production, the producers, just not the producers, but the companies affiliated with them. What do they call those? Production company kept it from being great. So but Michael Myers kills everybody. Then he goes outside, and the deputy police think this is just somebody playing a Halloween prank, so they call him over, and we don't actually see it happen, but we pretty much know that Michael Myers killed these people. Then the party's all over. Tina's about to go home, and then she finds all the dead bodies, so she starts freaking out. She finds the dead deputy cops, and she starts freaking out. She sees Michael Myers in the car, and then Jamie and Logan, this is the person that Jamie's been she's been talking to him throughout this whole movie, come up, and they were about to, they were attempting to warn her about Michael Myers to protect her. Michael Myers tries to chase her down with a car. Then he chases down Logan, and Logan gets his leg run over. We don't actually get to see it happen, but it happened. And then he chases after Jamie, and they do a nice, decent car chase. Michael Myers finally drives into a tree. We're supposed to assume he's dead. Jamie's all worn out. And then Michael Myers just pops right out of the car, and she tries to run away. Michael Myers is about to kill her, but Tina sacrifices herself, and Michael Myers kills her instead, so that way Jamie will survive, which I thought was a nice little touch. Then Dr. Loomis and the rest of the police pop up and save Logan and Jamie, and Dr. Loomis asks Jamie if she's willing to cooperate now, and she says yes. And Dr. Loomis says that tells Michael Myers to meet him back at his house. So then they're at the house. The whole police force is there pretty much, and Jamie's in the room with Deputy Charlie. And what else? Then Jamie starts to sense that Logan's in trouble. So all the police force go over except for Charlie to save him. And I'm assuming this was a real life situation, but I think this is what Dr. Loomis wanted. He wanted the police not to be there because he knew Michael Myers wasn't going to come if there was the police there, which was smart. So he throws his radio, and Charlie tries to take Jamie home, but Dr. Loomis prevents him. He locks him in the room, and Charlie's like, "Give me the key now before I take it from you." And then one of his partners calls in through the radio and reveals that there was a car that's driving all over the place that's one of theirs. And then we find out that it was actually Michael Myers driving their car. He kills this guy, and then Charlie is gonna radio the other cops, but Dr. Loomis breaks his radio, and he threatens to kill him if he doesn't cooperate with him. And you could kind of see that Michael Myers has even driven Dr. Loomis a little bit nuts, because he's been dealing with Michael Myers pretty much since the beginning of Halloween. He's been in every single one except the third one because it doesn't have anything to do with Michael Myers. So I actually thought that, I actually kind of like how it's kind of even made Dr. Loomis a little bit crazy. So Charlie's going to try to get Jamie to escape. Then Dr. Loomis goes out looking for Michael Myers. Michael Myers pops up behind him. Dr. Loomis tells Michael Myers that she's here, and the reason that he wants to go after Jamie is because she can stop the rage that's building up inside her. She can make him normal again. And he tries to tell him that he doesn't need the knife. Michael Myers slices him, throws him through a window, and then he throws him through some wood. I thought that was actually a very good scene. I liked the interaction together between Dr. Loomis and Michael Myers in this movie. Then and at this point we were supposed to have thought that Dr. Loomis had been dead, and then Deputy Charlie and Jamie try to escape, but then Michael Myers breaks through the door. At first, Charlie's able to shoot him, but it stops him. But then Michael Myers breaks in anyways. He runs out of bullets, and then Michael Myers hangs Deputy Charlie out the window, which I thought was another good scene. Jamie tries to escape from Michael Myers. She hides in the laundry chute, which of course was actually smart, but that was the first place that Michael Myers looked. And he tries to kill her, but she slowly starts to slip down the laundry chute, and she obviously doesn't fit. So then Michael Myers then goes outside. He starts cutting away at the laundry chute. And I also read what was also supposed to have happened here was that Jamie was supposed to have gotten her leg stabbed, and then the blood was just going to gush right into the camera, but they had to cut that out because of the violence, which I maybe would say is a good choice, because you don't want to rely too much on the blood and gore, because that's usually what I hate about horror movies sometimes. So then Jamie's able to get up and escape through the other side of the chute. Then she goes upstairs to the attic, and then she finds Bax just hung up, murdered, and this makes me realize that Michael Myers is not a dog person. She finds Michael, the other Michael, hung up in chains, dead, and then she finds Rachel's dead corpse. This pretty much killed any of my curiosity that Rachel was the mysterious person. And I kind of like that this happened because this kind of broke down Jamie. This is when she should have gone back into the psycho stage, but it didn't happen. She lies down in the casket, just upset. She had there was a casket that was actually her size. Michael Myers comes up and is about to kill her, but then she says Uncle Boogeyman, and she asks him to remove his mask. She pretty much tries to appeal to Michael Myers' humanity. So he takes off his mask and he kind of gets out of that rage phase, and then she goes to touch his head, he touches face, and this pisses off Michael Myers. He starts flipping a bunch of stuff around, and then Jamie runs away. Dr. Loomis, we found out, had survived, which I was very happy about, and Dr. Loomis uses Jamie to lure Michael Myers towards him, and this was actually a booby trap. A big net pops down and traps Michael Myers, and Dr. Loomis shoots Michael Myers with a tranquilizer dart a ton of times, and then he runs out of bullets, so then he starts beating him with a 2x4, which I thought looked kind of weak. Dr. Loomis goes into a stroke, and then the police force pop back up, and then Michael Myers, we find out, is going to be kept in a cemetery that's going to be highly secured, where he's going to spend the rest of his life and he'll never be able to get out. And then Jamie says he'll never die. And then one of the cops goes to take Jamie home, but then we see the mystery person come in. He kills everybody, shoots up the place, and then when Jamie goes in there, she sees everybody has died, including Sheriff Meekett, and then we see that Michael Myers has escaped. And then that was the end of the movie. You can kind of see I didn't really go into much detail in this movie. It was a pretty simple movie. I'll give it that. It was simple. It was easy to follow. But you could totally see that this movie was highly affected by writers, which is a very big effect in this movie. And the fact that people just kept changing it and not wanting to do things. It really... hold on, I just want to look up Dr. Pretty much, I'm just going to say this. Donald Pleasance and stuff had every right to fight the fact that what really should have happened was Jamie should have been exactly like Michael Myers, pretty much. That's really what should have happened. She should have been evil herself, because it would have made such a better story. Because then pretty much Jamie just went back to normal. She's just... once she started talking again and went back to normal Jamie, it's kind of ruined the movie a bit, because Jamie's supposed to be nuts, and yet it didn't happen. Overall, this movie, it was still a decent movie. There was still stuff in this movie I enjoyed. Dr. Loomis acting was very good in this movie. I should say Donald Pleasant's acting was very good in this movie. I thought this was probably the best performance he's put on as Dr. Loomis. I liked the stuff too they did with I did like some of the stuff they did with Jamie, like the telepathy stuff. Some of the kills in this movie were decent. I just think this movie, it just didn't really live up to expectations. It really should have been what they originally wanted it to be, was that Jamie was going to be the psycho, which is exactly what Danielle Harris wanted, and Danielle Harris actually said it was going to be a great idea. I'm guessing they didn't want Danielle to come off, like Jamie to become off as a bad person, but it really didn't make any sense that she didn't act. She pretty much acted the same. The only thing that was different throughout the beginning of this movie was that she didn't talk and that she had telepathy. It's like, it didn't make any sense. I also some of the characters in this movie weren't very good. Some of the act in this movie, like Tina's act in this movie wasn't very good. Michael, her boyfriend's character, was not good. Spitz was annoying as hell. And the movie got annoying a little bit when they kept going to that bone scene and they kept doing the Halloween pranks. I get you want to build suspense for when the real Michael Myers comes, but it was getting to the point when we were waiting, when it was like, okay, when is Michael Myers gonna finally show up? So that was annoying. But overall, the movie I thought was decent. It did had some decent stuff. I did like the car chase scene with like Jamie. I did like the beginning scene with Rachel. And I even liked like the car when Tina went into the car with Michael Myers, and then Jamie finally speaking her first words. That was cool. The ending scenes were pretty good, so it had some good stuff in it. If I had to rate this movie, I would give it probably a 6.5 out of 10. I thought it was decent, nothing fantastic, but decent. Apparently this movie did not waste. I don't know if the movie, because out of all the 22 people that reviewed it, only like 14% of them liked it. I don't think the movie is complete crap, but I do think that it's decent. Could have been better and should have been and really had a chance to be better, but it was some of the actresses didn't really want to play ball either, like Rachel, Ellie, didn't want to get stabbed in the throat with scissors, and it just was stupid. But overall, that's pretty much it, guys. Now let me go over the cast of this movie, and then I'll end off this video. Donald Pleasance played Dr. Sam Loomis. Did a very good job. Danielle Harris played Jamie Lloyd. Ellie Cornell played Rachel Carruthers. Tamara Glenn played Samantha Thomas. Wendy Kaplan played Tina Williams. Don Shanks, which I believe this was his first appearance as Michael Myers. He played Michael Myers in The Man in Black. Boo Stahl played Sheriff Bean Meeker. Jeffrey Landman played Billy Hill. This is Billy, not Logan. Billy, I fucked up the name. Jonathan Chapin played Mikey. Matthew Walker played Spitz. Betty Carvalho played Nurse Patsy. She was the nurse that we saw throughout the time. Anytime Jamie started to freak out. Troy Evans played Deputy Charlie Blutch. Frank Como played Deputy Nick Cross. He was one of the two deputies I think that Michael Myers killed in this movie. And then David Urson played Deputy Tom Ferrara. He was the other deputy that was told to go watch over Tina. And then Karen Alston played Darlene Carruthers. I don't think she was even in this movie other than that first scene, so she really wasn't in it. But that was pretty much the entire cast. That's my review. That's pretty much it, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I'll be back to do day 6 tomorrow. So please make sure you guys like, comment, and share this video so people will watch it. Make sure you guys also subscribe to this channel for more content and click on the bell so that way every time you upload a video you guys will get the notification for it. And that's pretty much it, guys. Talk to you later.